Good Saturday afternoon to you, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights, the VELCO Weather Hazards Outlook. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities, Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. You can see the picture here, a very strong flow, and we have a kind of a stationary frontal boundary that's kind of pushing on through, and it's coming in kind of moisture starved, little bits and pieces of rain showers, a little bit of snow shower activity. And temperatures progressively will get colder. You can see the temperatures here, and just to the north in Canada, we got some below zero temperatures north of the Great Lakes. This is going to be gradually working its way in on Saturday night, set us up for what will be a deep freeze that will last Sunday through about Tuesday, and then we're going to pull out of that and get into a big ridge of higher pressure that's out west, and that ridge of higher pressure eventually is going to push in a lot warmer air, and we're going to see a mild intrusion. That'll be setting up basically for the late part of the week, and then another cool down with a significant cold front, and potentially some moderate to even locally heavy precipitation might be associated with that. Unfortunately, it looks like right now in the form of rain. Let's take a look at the European incrementals. So on the left here, we can see the European model. On the right is the GFS model. Here's our precipitation maker currently on this Saturday. Breezy conditions out ahead of it, kind of a southwesterly wind, but those winds will then eventually change to westerly and then northwesterly. This is the GFS, again, the European. Continuing that, this is valid at about 10 o'clock tonight. And just a few leftover snow showers kind of streaming in off of Lake Ontario, same thing off Lake Erie. And minimal amounts of precipitation. All of this dries up once we get into Sunday. The only exception to that is this little streaking weather system here that's going to affect mainly Bennington and Windham counties. Really not a big deal. High pressure is going to be the rule here, but underneath that area of higher pressure, very cold dome and just enough cyclonic flow there to continue these lake effect plumes. So continuing that, this is valid on Monday morning at about 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see this weather system here out to sea, streaks by, same thing. Pretty good model agreement overall, but we're looking at generally dry weather through this entire period. It's going to be cold with very cold temperatures and some cold nights below zero, but this area of higher pressure is really going to be in control. This is valid on Monday, and then we can see this on Tuesday. There's a little bit of a couple lake effect flurries associated with a little bit of moisture coming in off the Great Lakes and very minuscule minor areas of low pressure within this area of higher pressure. It's a little hard to explain, but we have that going on. And then basically on Wednesday, or once we get into Tuesday night, this is going to be centered just about right overhead. So carrying this along a little further, the area of higher pressure rolls off, and it's going to set up a pretty tight pressure gradient. This is a pretty strong area of higher pressure, 1043 hectopascals. And you can see the pressure gradient. What this is going to do is cause the channeling winds across the Champlain Valley. Western side of Vermont is going to see a pretty good southerly wind here that's going to be developing in the morning hours, especially on Wednesday, and then continuing into the afternoon. And the pressure gradient will be tight enough. This will probably be a feature lasting into the night. And then things calm down as a little bit of rain begins to move on into the region. Unfortunately, it does look like this rain will then change over to snow. And this is a more significant weather system also. Once this area of low pressure goes on by, we're going to get kind of a shot of pretty good gusty winds where we might see wind gusts exceed 50 miles per hour along the mountain summits and, of course, the eastern slopes of the Green Mountains. But it'll be a short-lived period somewhere along about Thursday night into Friday morning. And then a little bit of tail off of flurries, and then another area of high pressure will build in, as you can see here. Here's the GFS ensemble. This is centered closest to the center of the state using Barre Montpelier EF Knapp Airport. And we have just a little bit of this business today is what you're seeing here on Saturday. And then this is our system that's going to move in on Thursday night into Friday. And that's the biggest weather system on the block for this particular period. The total QPF will be the main surge, what will be coming late in the week. Let's see, looks like this. And that's about 1 inch. This is the latest model run in the blue line of the GFS, and so the trend is that probably a little less than that. So that will also land during that warm intrusion here and a cold front. And so that's 850 hectopascal temperatures. This is about a top of Mount Mansfield. This is the 0 degree isotherm. Any precipitation below that will be in the form of snow. Any precipitation above this line occurring during this period will be in the form of rain. And indeed, The latest modeling does indicate that for precipitation type, and you can see this green line here, that's rain, and then it changes over to snow. There could be a tiny bit of sleet mix, and you can see that we're in the rain combination of wet snow, but very minor amounts of precipitation based on the 3-hourly QPF here. The other thing I want to show you is the stronger winds aloft at 850 hectopascal. Again, about the top of Mount Mansfield, we're looking at gusts during this period of wind gusts here that will affect the gradient winds. Total QPF showed you around an inch or so, and this is what the 7-day Weather Prediction Center is indicating for total QPF. You can see about 1 inch amounts roughly right through the northeast United States. Here's our current warm, mild intrusion. This will be the future mild intrusion. This is the cold air that will be moving in and setting us up for a deep freeze for the early part of the week. The MOS stats showing temperatures about neutral to about 3 degrees below normal. We're going to see that we got the current warm air in here, but then that sharply colder air working on in. That's going to balance things out. But 3 days later, if anything, we warm up with the colder air working on out, and we're seeing that significant warm up 3 to 7 days out. And temperatures have really zoomed up. We're seeing temperatures almost 50 degrees in the Connecticut River Valley currently. Of course, much colder air is getting ready to drop on in. Enjoy your rest of the afternoon. Those temperatures that are going to get a lot colder are just around the corner. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.